Good Monday morning, and welcome to Ice Age TV. Wow, the cold weather's still here, everybody, but not much longer. Hey, good Monday morning there. There's the dogs all the way across the way. Tell you what, that, I want to call him Kiefer, Diesel, he's getting so fast. Yesterday, he ran across the field. It's very concerning. He ran across that field from the right side to the left side, through the fence line, chasing deer. He just about caught one of the deer. I mean, this is starting to make me think about my dog I had so many years ago that would run down a deer and kill it. But wow, I mean, they are getting so fast. And those are 55, Diesel's 55 pounds. Wow, incredible, huh? So here it is. It is a chilly Monday morning, but as the week progresses, it will get warmer. But we're in that March time of year where we could have snow come in. A good friend Roger saying they're getting 6 to 7 inches of snow. So, but you know, that's up there more the north. It's not in the middle of the country, so not so much here. But the whole point is we are going to get some nicer weather. The Grand Wagoner did perfect yesterday for hauling all the dogs. Wife's gone. Incredible how we had 5 years. We literally had basically 5 years of people remotely working from home. And that pretty much is now a story. It's no longer. Come on, puppies. Come on, hey. Come on here, Diesel. Come on, boy. Come on, let's get in. Come on, Diesel. Robert, come on, let's get in. Come on. Good boy. Go to the bathroom outside. I love that. They both went outside of the camper and decided to do business out there instead of in here. And let's get you guys in to visit the other puppies. They're all right here, aren't they, huh? And I'll have to get right back here in a few minutes. You guys ready? You're ready to get outside? Come on, puppies. Let's get everybody outside here. Good news is, the dogs don't have any bathroom issues in the front of the house here. Thank God. So hopefully Gypsy and Prince are getting better about controlling their bowel movements. Yeah, so no, this way, Prince. Prince, say, no. Prince, say this way, boy. Come on. Come on, Prince. This way. Gypsy, where you guys going, huh? This turns into the chase the doggies around. As we get over to the barn, you know, if I didn't have this barn, would I have this many dogs? No way. But if I didn't have this much land, no way. Hey, come on. No, come on, Pops. Hungry? Are you hungry? Tradies! Let's get in here and get some tradies. Come on, trade time. Yeah, if I didn't have the barn as an outlet, and even the point, even my trailer, I'm not so sure I'd have bought all those German Shepherd puppies. So that's a lot of variables how it played out, never knowing the things you create in your own that sometimes create for the better and sometimes create for the worse. Come on, Bobs, get in here. Get in the shop. And let's just you guys fed. Come on, stop it. Hey, come on. Scotty, come on, get upstairs. The big dogs how to know to get upstairs so the little dogs can have their meal. And here we go. It's another Monday morning as another month has passed us. And we're in March now. It's just incredible how fast time goes by. Hey, Gypsy and Prince, come on, puppies. Got a guy reached out to me late yesterday evening, wanted to buy my 21 CVO Harley. He's offering me a kind of a lowball price, a little bit. But I'm going to tell you what, if it's the payoff amount, it's gone. Hey, Prince, Gypsy, come on. Treats. Gypsy, Prince, hey. Here you go. Hey, Prince, Gypsy. What are they up to? Come here, puppies. Come on, pups. Prince, Gypsy. So that would be a blessing. If I could sell like 3 or 4 motorcycles, that would really be just a really great thing to happen in my life, because it's just to get rid of the debt. I don't need them. I mean, all sincereness, would I let go of 10 motorcycles? I would. I mean, for the most part, if I just kept a few, I'd be good. Stay here. Crazy, I threw out ice out last night in the driveway, and it's still frozen. Yeah, just get rid of all the damn debt. You can always go buy a motorcycle another day. Sometimes even I tell myself, what the hell was I thinking buying all these damn motorcycles? What a joke. I mean, sincerely, even for me now, you know, like, what the hell was I thinking? I mean, it's just like, why? For why? I'm sure many people on my channel probably say the same thing. It's like, yeah, why? why all these frickin' vehicles? Right, why? When if I had the magic to make them all go away, I would. So here we go to get into the trough of the dog food with these guys here. Just want to play. Okay, there's one, just to get you out of my feeding area here. Here's another one. I'm going to go to Costco and buy more food. I'm going through at least a bag and a half a week. And it's interesting, the vet yesterday questioned the well-being of Rebel. He said he kind of seems a little thinner than the other dog. Does he eat well? I said, he's the most obnoxious one of them all that likes to dominate the food eating. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, but it's so cool that this guy at the tech there at Banfield, he joined my channel after he and I talked a while. Very nice man. And he just loves animals, and he just loves to keep on working. And so that's what he's doing. Hey, stop it. Hey, Rebel. There's an old Rebel. Come on, Diesel. Come over here. So anyways, here we are in the adventures of Ice Age TV. Ongoing conversations that I've kept going for so long. And now with all the car days gone, you know, sincerely, the car buying days, the motorcycle buying days, all that stuff's done. So my whole channel, as I've said many times, it's incredible how my channel was so revolving around true beginnings of the antics of me buying stuff all the time, because my good friend Joe thought that that would entertain people and I'd have a big following for showing how crazy I am to buy cars all the time and keep them, get rid of them, keep them. I'm running joke this area. Mechanics and people that know me. It's like, oh, the car is due for an oil change. Guess he's getting a new one. Oh, the car is due for a tire rotation. Guess he's getting a new one. So, I mean, that's just people that know me in this area. That was always the running joke of knowing the Iceman would just only keep a car for X amount of time and get rid of it. So, but the point is, for all the years I put into doing all that, and now I've come to a dead end on my channel where sharing with you, we go out and buying a new car, and you experiencing the going with me, or Julie going with me, and we go ride, and we go to the dealership, and you kind of see us driving around, and then we come to closure, do we buy it or not? You know, that's for the most part done. So now bringing content to this channel, it really kind of goes falling back now more than ever is the morning conversations that I started so many years ago. But here's what's really interesting. Looking at my growth on my analytics of my channel, it's interesting to see how, if you remember, everybody, in 2023, November 2023, I hit 10,000 subscribers, and we did a big celebration on my channel, and I actually sent out Ice Age TV stickers, and I sent out like a $20 bill or $10 bill or something like that. And so that was in like November 2023. So that's then really put me close to the 4-year mark, because I started in 2020, like basically I'd say January, February of 2020 is when I kind of really started the channel. And so it was close to a 4-year run. That's 2,000 subscribers, roughly 2,500, I guess you could say, average a year. So for 2025 or 2024, I never crested 13,000 subscribers. I just here, just last few days, just crested 13,000 subscribers. So I'm probably about the 3,000 subscribers, I guess, a year, roughly. A little bit more than a year. So if you kind of think that through, that's what I guess I'm averaging, because I'm from 2024 to 2025. I mean, 2023 to 2024, when I ended last year, I was like 12,800 and some odd subscribers. So you can say that I gained 2,800 subscribers in 1 year. So we'll just use a simple number. I'm at 3,000 subscribers a year at present times. And I think people have got a misunderstanding of my conversation every morning, talking about when I look at my age, being 62 years old, I look at my channel being now 5 years old, and I'm at 13,000 subscribers, and I always say that it goes exponential once you kind of get to a certain number and a curve. But I just think to myself, wow, at this rate, if I was just to average 3,000 subscribers a year, because you really need, what you really need to make a good $2 to $3 grand to $5 grand a month without having a sponsor come into your channel, you really need 100,000 subscribers to start hitting those consistent million views on a monthly basis to really give you that advertising money that would make you probably anywhere from $1,500 to $5,000 a month. Just depends on time. Just really depends the viewership time, not only the hits but the viewership time. And I was saying I do a good 100,000 hits a month on my channel, but I need to be 10 times that size. And the numbers are actually very accurate because me doing about 100,000 views a month on my channel, I'm hitting about a $200 a month income from this YouTube. Uh-oh, I'm hearing the birds. You know, the birds are right around the corner. You know, that's the next shit show in my life is the birds. They're going to start wanting to move in here to freaking start nesting and crap all in my garage. And yeah, how do I, you know, there's so many things that people have told me in the years to do this, do that, do this, do that. Well, it just turns into the shit show for 3 months and then eventually they go away, but it's a pain in the ass. But anyways, so the numbers are, you know, this makes sense that if you had 100,000 subscribers, you're doing 1 million views a month, then you're definitely making that $2,000 to $3,000 a month money. So that's what I was saying the other day. When I step back and say to myself, I'm 62 years old, and it's taken me 5 years to get to 13,000 subscribers. How the hell do I get to 100,000 subscribers before I'm just an old fart and old man? And this technology and this platform and YouTube eventually gets taken over by something more popular in the next 10 years. Because you're talking about me at the rate I'm going, I'll never even get there. I'll be an old fart. Yeah, so even for me, like I did the FU Ukraine video, I believe on Saturday morning, and you know, I did that intentionally just to see if it would get traction, just to piss people off. So even though for me I felt like that was a very aggressive video to tell people in Ukraine to go F yourself. But I did that because I really wanted to see what sparks the viral video, what sparks that pisses people off, because that's social media. Social media definitely intrigues people to see something that irritates them, and that's huge on X, on how many people have figured out how to make comments and post their crap that just pisses the crap out of you, that you interact with them to challenge them on their views and ideas, that you just look at them like they're a bunch of freaking whack jobs. My coffee here, so in that conversation, I was really going after Ukraine and really trying to just stir up some people to literally be the people that are Ukrainian or the supporters of Ukrainian, just to get on my show and go, screw you, buddy. You know, you're an asshole. You're a jerk. It didn't happen. The algorithms didn't happen. That channel, that posting did nothing, even though right now the most rampant thing in social media and X is everything about Ukraine. It's all about Ukraine. It's all about Ukraine. It's all about Zelensky. It's all about, I mean, it's beyond believable what we're witnessing in this country when we have such other bigger problems and issues, and we're fixated on Ukraine and Zelensky. It's beyond believable. I mean, you guys just have to shake your head of, wow. So, you know, back to my channel, even that type of video of mouthing off, it doesn't gain any traction. And so you just have to say to yourself, as a YouTuber creator, you try to bring content to people to entertain them and to intrigue them to watch your channel. And I've heard it so many times. You got to do a how-to video. I've done those. You got to do a review on a car. I've done those. You got to do a review on a motorcycle. I've done those. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to, it's like, I've done those things. I mean, there's so many more variables that go along in creating your own social media and how you can actually become really well known and how you actually then start to really grow and make money. And so, wow. So now back to the played. I thought today our conversation could be called, you know, we've been played. Do you really feel like at this point in your life, with Elon Musk coming into the government as far as being the oversight committee to see what's going on in our country, do you feel more than ever that you've been played? I mean, I really do. I think that you would be foolish not to raise your hand and say, you've been played. You as a hardworking individual in our country, dedicated worker, whatever it may be, you've spent your lifetime of going to work, paying the tax system, supporting our country. But yet, it seems as if the political parties to be like to play a game, and we've all been played. because Elon Musk is so disclosing and exposing the corruption of our government that uses monies that we work so hard to earn and then takes our monies from us, so we have less money because we have to pay so much tax money. I mean, we pay a lot of taxes in this country. If you're the average citizen that has real estate, you have a decent income, and you go out shopping and buy things. I mean, you're giving. I've said this many times. Think about just me buying 28 vehicles last year. 28 vehicles what I bought last year. And if you think about that, if you just took an average tax of, let's just say, $2,000 on the average person purchase, it could be a little high, but you're talking $56,000. Just me last year contributed to the economic tax infrastructure $56,000. On top of that, I have $30,000 tax bill that's challenging as hell for me to pay right now. I've had to set up a payment plan to pay this $30,000 tax bill just to park cars in my garage and sit in my garage. So there, if you think about it, fiscal year of 2024, now we're just at, $86,000. And then my real estate taxes on my house are $8,000. So now we're at, what does that bring us to? $94,000. And then you factor in my wife's federal income tax, my federal income tax, our state income tax, blah, 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 blah. I mean, then you factor in, I go to Costco and Target, and we go out to eat, and I buy gasoline. You can just start going through the list. I guarantee you I contribute probably close to $200,000 a year in the taxes to this country. Just little me. And what do they do with the money? They play it. They play it against you, and that's what they're saying. That's what Elon Musk is so convinced that this money that you pay into this federal tax system is being used to circumvent you, because the monies are being doled out to the anti-Americans, meaning that they want to circumvent this country. They don't like our country, what it is. And so all this money is being secretly sent to the deep state and other places in the world that are anti-America policies. And I mean, it's just incredible on how we've been played like never ever seen. We don't even know with Zelensky in Ukraine. Does anybody really know the real numbers, where the monies all went? Did it really go to all military, purchases, meaning that Ukraine, and I said this a long time ago, it's a no-brainer. If Joe Biden gives Ukraine $50 billion and $40 billion of it has to be come back to buy all of our ammunitions and technology warfare, that's a no-brainer. In some ways, did we give Ukraine $50 billion because the government just gave Ukraine money just to put back in our government, per se, to buy military equipment and technology and support? So it's once again, but you have people say, even like Donald Trump, which I think he's inaccurate. He keeps throwing this $300 billion of our country gave to Ukraine. But yet the analysts are saying that is not factual by any means. Where is Donald Trump getting this $300 billion? $300 billion value. So now you see Zelensky now traveling the world. And now this is the latest. I mean, do you believe these news anymore? What can you believe is truth anymore? Zelensky's up for maybe meeting Trump again. But yet he's going over the European Union, and all the European Union, all the countries now are gathering together, holding hands together, and they're saying, well, hey, Mr. Zelensky, we know that Donald Trump crapped on you, and he's not a very nice man, and U.S. America, has crapped on you, but now we're going to take care of you, blah, blah, blah. And I guess it's England has committed to $2.3 billion a year. Whoa, wow. $2.3 billion a year, everybody, until 2031 to fight this war with Russia. So you're already at the plan? This is 6 more years of a war for England? It's like, so you've already just disclosed that you think this war is going to keep on going forever. Russia's notorious for fighting 10, 20-year wars. So there's no end in sight. But here's the thing. We got played. We got so badly played by Joe Biden, a.k.a. Obama, a.k.a. George Soros. If you don't believe that, then you're delusional. Sorry, man. And it probably irritates a lot of people I say that stuff that are on the other side, but nah. Sorry, man. You just don't want to hear the facts that Obama just doesn't like our country. And his goal of being a leader in our country has been to change our country. So, and don't get me wrong, Obama did things that I think were in respect, did some things, but at the same time, his underlying goal is to rewrite this country. That's the real goal. That's the leadership that he wants to have to change our country that he feels is wrong because of the true beginnings of where it came from. Even though he's half white and half black. Do you call the guy a white man or a black man? Does he just have a good tan? I mean, but here's the thing. For us, did we get played by Joe Biden? Because Joe Biden immediately offered to give Zelensky tons of money to fight the war against Russia. But yet now that we're pulling back on that, all of a sudden now the European Union's all gathering together and they want to help Zelensky and Ukraine out like never ever seen. So the reason I say, did we get played? Why did we jump so quickly into the relationship with Ukraine when on the sidelines, the European leaders were a little more hesitant? And yes, they've given money as well. They have. I think they've given like $60 billion or maybe who knows the number. But between all the European countries, they have helped Ukraine. But you have to say to yourself, who is one country who's given the most? And my information is we have. But did we get played by Zelensky and Joe Biden that we ran into the war way too quick? And if we would have sat in the sidelines longer, the European Union would have been more forced to come to the table and give more support and help fight the war against Russia than us kind of being, it seems like, the main backer of this war to try to make it so that they win. But then you hear all the speculation of, do they even want it to end? I mean, it gets so, but once again, everybody, I think everybody here would probably agree that we have been played. Our government is playing us more than ever. And what's really, really concerning to me is how the Democratic Party more than ever has jumped on the bandwagon of Zelensky in Ukraine, and they totally want to take all the focus away from what Elon Musk is disclosing to our country of how corrupt this government is and how the monies are not being dispersed correctly at the taxpayers' expense. And it seems as the Democratic Party wants to jump all over this time to totally take away the movement of what's going on in our own country, our own backyard, and use this Ukraine's Zelensky thing to undermine Donald Trump and to basically take away the focus of what's going on in our country, of where people are realizing how corrupt it really is in political parties. And the Democratic Party seems to be, for the Elon Musk world, that the Democratic Party is the most corrupt party in modern times and maybe in the history of our country. Now, this is concerning. Elon Musk now is starting to talk about, he has so much knowledge and information of how bad it is, he can't even really give us all the information. Now, that's kind of just concerning. It's kind of like what's going on now with Elon Musk. He now, Joe Rogan, is really starting to share the real true stories of what he's seen, but he can't share it with the American public to the point that he knows he'll be assassinated should he do that. Now, you have to say to yourself, is Elon Musk now playing us? Are we being played now by Elon Musk? Are we being played by Donald Trump? They're going and they're eliminating jobs left and right in the government. And so many people are saying, but they don't have the authority to do that. So many people are saying they're not even those agencies to know who really should be released and who shouldn't. And even Trump and even Republicans have actually kind of pulled back and said that now all the new cabinet members really need to get in their agencies and really start figuring out what is really going on and who really is working, who really isn't, who's essential, who's not essential. The list goes on and on. And that's being worked on. That, to my understanding, that is maybe the new perspective. And how much longer does Elon have? My understanding from reading an article here 2 months ago was Elon Musk had like a 130-day time frame of being part of all this, and then he kind of had to move on. I don't know if that's factual or not, But eventually he gets any more involved in government, he has to go start going through a lot more of the government protocol to be so-called maybe a government employee. But once again, Donald Trump claims he's his financial advisor. Wow. But once again, everybody, if you think about what's going on in our country, and now to think about Donald Trump is now raising the tariff, they're saying now that technically does the Mexico and Canada tariff stuff start now? Does it really start? Do you really start to see? Does Donald Trump stay hard and firm? And if you do look at the trade difference of our countries, it is a pretty big spread of what exports, what Mexico exports here to us versus what we export to Mexico. Same thing. We look at Canada and what they export to us versus what we export to them. So there is a big spread of, in some ways, of the fairness of which country is winning more than our country. And that's what Donald Trump's trying to say to us, is he's more on the page that we win in the end. But I just can't see everybody paying 25% more for goods, that how we're winning this battle when overnight it's going to take some. No, stop it. Hey, Prince, stop it. It'll take to me years of infrastructure to eventually become more self-sufficient in our country, because we became so self-sufficient on other countries, and the big corporations abused the labor laws, and they went to the cheapest countries they could go to build their goods to compete in the world and to offer us in their world competitive pricing. And so now to see all these tariffs come on our doorstep, they're already saying that you can see a $10,000 or $12,000 increase in the price of a car. I mean, wow. I mean, I'm thinking, well, if you go buy a brand new Chevy Bison heavy duty truck that has a $100,000 price tag on it, I think you're now going to be looking at $120,000. I mean, does it go proportional to that? I don't think it does, because they probably pay 70 or 80 grand to build it. So, but still, that's 16 grand. So that Chevy Bison, but for me in my world, this would be a blessing. But it's too late, because with all the repossessions of my vehicles, if this really did have a $10,000 or $20,000 price increase in cars, I would have had a bunch of vehicles go to auction, and the discrepancies, and a lot of them wouldn't even be discrepancies anymore. So it's like, wow, if this really plays out and Trump really does stay on a 25% tariff of Mexico and Canada, then he's going to double on China, which means 20% on China. Does this really play out? Does he really stay hard on this? Does he bend? I don't know. I really can't say. As a individual, I just don't have a real good feeling. I don't have any strong feeling on this is a big ploy or it's not. I don't know. I can't connect the dots on that one, that if he really pulls this off, and I think so many would agree that it's going to be a very much more expensive country to live in that we live in. So, wow. That's it, everybody. Try to keep everything about 30 minutes. It's a better way to do the channel. It's not real long. Plus, I got to go to work. I got people coming in, and I got to get to work for the busy day ahead. And as always, I appreciate you watch my channel, share the channel, and there you are. It's just another morning of me trying to continue to keep the channel active and bring in ideas and thoughts that maybe resonate to you. Maybe they don't. Maybe they piss the hell out of you. I don't know. But I mean, anymore, we're such a divided country. When one person thinks right versus other things wrong, so you just have to pick and choose which side you want to be on. I want to be on the right side personally, and I think I am. So hey, everybody, God bless. Have a great day.